Hey guys, Dantix here, back with another Phantom Liberty video. Today running through my absolute favourite build and quite possibly the strongest build in the game when it comes to charging in headfirst and slaughtering all that stand in your way. You'll be channeling your inner Doom guy as you crush the skulls of your enemies in your bare hands, mow down your foes by the legions, blow limbs off, enter 3 different kinds of mad rages from fury to berserk to adrenaline, all drastically boosting your damage output. You have light machine guns at range, shotguns at mid-range, and your bloody fists at close range. You have an insane amount of regeneration, full damage immunity, super Doom guy speed and agility to dash around the battlefield, and much more. This is not a subtle build. You won't be sneaking, you won't be negotiating, you'll be ripping and tearing until the job is done. So I'll be running through the cyberware you need for this build, followed by the skills and how to play. Let's start with the powerful cyberware you'll be aiming for that really round out this build. Now keep in mind, in order to equip some of these high capacity requirement cyberwares, you'll need to have some skill points in tech, which I'll run through soon, and some levels. The iconics are also cyberware you might need to unlock. The first and most important is getting a powerful berserk operating system. I'm using the iconic Militech version. It should be at most shops after hitting a particular point in the story, so use the regular berserk until you find it at the Ripper. By pressing E or the associated button, you become immune to damage, whip out your melee weapon or fists automatically, and get a huge bonus to damage, attack speed and movement. Your swings cost no stamina, and you get increased damage at low health. Since you can't be damaged, you'll want to activate this when you've taken some to maximize the bonus damage you'll get. With the added benefit of when the 12 seconds of Berserk ends, you'll get back 25% of your health for each enemy neutralized, meaning you don't have to kill many to get fully healed, making this the ultimate oh shit button for when you're getting low. I can't overstate how incredibly potent this cyberware is. You'll be channeling your inner Doom guy as you'll be more or less unstoppable. To go along with the Berserk, you'll want to pick up a pair of gorilla arms. The best thing about these is they count as a blunt weapon, and you'll be throwing skill points into this category. When you activate Berserk, and if you don't have another melee weapon equipped, you'll cock your arms out like Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible and start beating gonks down, doing gory finishes just like the Doom Slayer in Doom Eternal. Use a set of gorilla arms with the attunement to body, tech or reflex, since you'll be maxing those attributes out, with body being first. The Adreno trigger gives you a huge 30% movement speed for 50 seconds when entering combat, and the Doomslayer naturally sprints around the battlefield at super speed, so we take this to imitate that. This helps you get up close to your enemies as well as dodge around. Like the other iconics, look around but don't go out of your way. It'll show up during your playtime. The Revulsor slows down time by 60% when your health drops to 25%, giving you enough time to do something about it. Be it killing the enemies killing you, healing, or activating your Berserk, which is preferable since you get a huge amount of bonus damage, become immortal, and heal back up at the end. I want to pay special mention to Chitin, as it gives you a lot of armor, but most importantly, gives you 200% health regeneration rate at 20 body. It feels very Doom-like having that level of regeneration, but it's not a core piece of cyberware. The best optics to go for is the iconic Hiroshi Cockatrice, which gives a very simple 30% crit chance with no bells and whistles, which maximizes your carnage. The circulatory system houses a lot of cyberware that's helpful, but focus on getting the blood pump, which provides a large heal and a heal over time. It'll work better than your standard med packs, and with skill points, you will be more potent. You'll especially want it for the adrenaline you'll be getting from the body tree skills. Next is Heal on Kill. Simply put, you'll get 7% of your health when you neutralize an enemy. The best way to heal in Doom Eternal is to remain mobile and kill enemies, so you'll be channeling that with this cyberware. You want to find the iconic Leroy Jenkins ligament system for your legs, as it gives a flat 18% increased movement speed. You want to be moving fast as a Doom guy, and this means you always will be with no time limit. Until you find these, the cyberware that increases your speed can be used, but that does have a time limit. Finally, a core piece of tech, like the Berserk, is the immovable force hand cyberware. It gives you minus 30% recoil and minus 25% bullet spread, as well as making the effects of ranged weapons that otherwise only occur when behind cover automatically occur, which affects some mods and some heavy weapons like shotguns and light machine guns, which you'll be using. This cyberware makes these weapons insanely good, as the drawbacks of shotties and light machine guns is that they have so much recoil and bullet spread. You'll become the bringer of doom with this. I'm not sure where I got these and I can't seem to find the footage, but when I discover how, I'll link in the comments. And those are all the pieces of Cyberware. Next, let's look at all the skills and the attributes that you need. Before we continue, thanks to Nvidia's 40 series graphics cards, new tech is available right now that makes the graphics absolutely breathtaking without sacrificing frames and even, in my testing, improving them from what they were. What you're seeing now is full ray tracing with the new DLSS 3.5, which introduces ray reconstruction. This is an enhanced AI that soups up your ray tracing and frame generation to ultra realistic levels. So check it out and let's continue. First, you want to max out your body attribute, then tech, and last reflexes. You can put skill points into body as you see fit with the goal of getting everything that you see here. With die, you get less recoil and a higher fire rate the lower your stamina, so firing your shotty and light machine gun will be more potent the longer you do it. Like a Feather removes the movement speed penalty you get with heavy weapons, which is core to making this build feel fun, fast, and furious. Gore is the name of the game, so spontaneous obliteration makes it so enemies will randomly explode into pieces when you're using shotguns, light or heavy machine guns against them. With Rip and Tear, you get huge damage bonuses for using a quick melee right after a shotgun shot, or a shotgun shot right after a quick melee. Double damage is nothing to scoff at, and it'll make it so you really want to be up close and personal with your enemies, sprinting and dashing around better than me since I'm an old school gamer and lack the reflexes these days. Onslaught makes it so when you're firing a light machine gun, you get your ammo refilled as you kill, meaning you can keep firing and reaping the bonus fire rate and accuracy. Light machine guns seem to obliterate very often, so things will be melting around you and you'll be getting the bonuses that you get from obliterating enemies. Now, the right hand tree affects blunt weapons, aka your gorilla arms, or if you don't have them yet, a bat, club, hammer, what have you. With Wrecking Ball, you can sprint, then press the aim button to barrel through your foes, knocking them down. With 3 points in Quake, you can press Q or the associated button and quake the ground, knocking down enemies and damaging everything around you, but best of all is the finisher skill, Savage Sling, which lets you press F or the associated button and finish off a low health enemy. With Gorilla Arms, you'll be crushing skulls and knocking limbs off. If you hold the button, you'll instead pick them up and throw them anywhere you like with a satisfying splat. So to be clear, at this point in time, you'll have all you need for the basic functionality of this build. Use your light machine gun at range, shotty at close or mid range, and whip out your berserk mode when you get low or want to finish off enemies. Your next choice can be to start down the tech path for better cyberware, or go down the middle body tree for the adrenaline bonuses. With 3 points in Adrenaline Rush, it makes it so when you heal, you get 30% overheal, denoted by a yellow bar over your health. This wears off over time, but acts like a barrier to your actual health. Also with Juggernaut, you'll get movement speed and damage when you have Adrenaline. With Bloodlust, you'll get more Adrenaline when you dismember an enemy, and with Unstoppable Force, you gain immunity to movement penalties and non-damaging status effects. So hostile netrunners will be doing nothing to you with their pesky little hacks. Also, you have both Unstoppable Force and Immovable Force together, which sounds pretty cool. Then, with Pain to Gain, when you have Adrenaline Rush active, you'll get 20% health item recharge when you neutralize an enemy, meaning you'll have your blood pump back up quickly after first activating it. The left tech tree will improve your health items and cyberware as well as your grenades, but let's focus on the middle, which improves your cyberware and cyberware capacity, letting you equip better cyberware and more of them. Follow the path I've taken with the ultimate goal of getting Edge Runner. With this, you aim to max out how much cyberware you have on your person, exceeding the capacity by 50 points so you have a high chance to go into a Fury state, aka Cyber Psychosis. Since we're all about that rage as Doom guy, we'll love having those 12 seconds of extra damage and crit chance. Plus, it sounds amazing when it procs.
Urge to kill, fading, 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 rising!
Now, Reflex is the only tree I don't think is core. You can go down this path for the ability to dash or air dash and get back stamina when you do. The main reason I like this path though is for muscle memory, which lets you reload your weapons while sprinting, and multitasker, which allows you to shoot while sprinting. You can ignore the rest if you don't like dashing and put points into grenades and healing in the tech tree. The choice is yours here. And that's all the cyberware and skills that you need. So how does this build play? Well, you want to open at range with a powerful light machine gun, mowing through your enemies until you sustain a bit of damage, if you do. Or if the battlefield is narrow or indoors, you want to rush in with your shotty and weave in quick melees and shotgun blasts for maximum damage. Don't be afraid to use your blood pump even when you're high health for that sweet damage bonus with adrenaline. You'll also be hoping that your fury procs and you start doing major damage. Dash around and stay mobile with your incredible speed. Then when you're ready, or when you hit 25% of your health, pop your berserk and finish your enemies off by crushing their skulls or throwing their meatbag bodies at each other like piñatas waiting to pop. You're basically immortal with this build and deal out a ton of pain, so don't be afraid to use the front door and take out everyone at once. This build does not want to stealth or be subtle. Unload and bring the pain to your enemies. Leave the cameras up so they can witness your glory, and that is everything. Do you like this build? Let me know below what you plan on running. For everything Cyberpunk and RPG, you're in the right place. Ciao friends.